guys all for coming and attending today. This is going to be a preview and overview of all the tours that we offer here at Not As Italy. And we're going to be going one by one, but we're have a whole presentation for you all, and then we'll give you an opportunity to ask some questions after. Okay, so without further ado, what we're going to do, first topic, we're going to give you the overview. Like I said, we're going to open for questions and everything, but this will be a good idea of what we offer, how our tours run, how we like to travel, what is Not As Italy as a company, all that. And we have some special new additions also to our portfolio, some different tours that we're going to be offering that we're excited to share with you all today. Go ahead, next slide, please. Okay, so for those of you that are new, planning a trip to Italy can be very overwhelming. There's so much to see. There's so many regions. Every region is different. Every area is different. So it can be overwhelming, especially the logistics, the language, all that stuff. But we've been doing this for quite some time, over 20 years. And we have preset itineraries to help you narrow down regions rather than traveling all over the place and getting overwhelmed yourself. So the way we like to travel is stress-free. So that's definitely how we plan the itineraries. We don't have any early starts. We like to really ease into everything. We don't like to do a lot of jumping around. And we really like to, enjoy the areas that we're in and, get immersed in the culture and, see the authentic side of Italy instead of being rushed around and, doing a lot of traveling instead of a lot of enjoying. So we like to do a balance of activities, free time, but we offer things that are more free or a little bit more structured with our signature tours. And I'll give you a little bit more information as we get towards the end with our custom trips as well. It's a lot more independent traveling. So next slide, please. Okay, so like I said, we have been doing tours in Italy for over 20 years. Our slogan is really the best to describe what we do here as a company. They're tours for people who don't go on tours. So they're not your typical tourist trap kind of trips at all. We pride ourselves on being one of the only companies that does very small groups, so 6 to 12 maximum. We do travel around in small Mercedes vans. We don't do any buses, anything like that. Like I said before, we like to focus on more intimate, authentic experiences rather than just typical cookie cutter, things to do. So we really want you to feel like you have experienced the culture when you get home, not just to, have something checked off your list. Oh, seen that, done that, we went there, I think so, because we were so rushed. And also because we are a small boutique company, we are a small team. We have a team on the American side and a team over on the Italian side. Our customer service, which is myself, is obviously I'm always available to you, and we pride ourselves on having that personal touch, personal experience with all of our clients. So I have the pleasure of getting to know everyone that's traveling with us. I spend a lot of time with you guys, which is wonderful, and I really get to know you, your families, all of that. So it's a pleasure for me to help you prepare for travel. And also, we have wonderful five-star reviews. So I really encourage everyone to check us out online, on social media, on TripAdvisor, Google reviews, all of that. Next slide, please. Okay, so I will encourage you all to go to our website. We have done several webinars on these tours. These are our best tours for first-time travelers to Italy. So we have a lot of information on our website. We have webinars to go through these tours as well. So if you have some free time, I encourage you to go. And if you need more information, everything is on the website. This is our Italian Treasures tour. And as you can see, we begin in Venice, Florence, Tuscany, Rome. We do all the hilltop towns. You can see over on the map on the right-hand side the cities that we go to, but this is a trip that we encourage people if they've never been to Italy before, and excuse me, and if they really want to see like the classic Italian sites, Italian cities, the Vatican, you want to go to Venice, you want to see the Colosseum, all those really classic things, and of course, all the beauty in Tuscany and all those medieval towns, then this is a very good tour for you. So, like I said, we have a lot of availability, spring, summer, fall, and this is all on the website. Next slide, please. Okay, so we have two shorter tours. This is 8 days, 7 nights. Again, very good for first timers to Italy. It's blissfully Italian. We start in Rome, we go to Tuscany, to Florence, and then you finish in Florence. So this is the same as the Italian Treasures, but excluding Venice. So if you do not have, if you're pressed a little bit for time and you can't do the full 10 days, then this would be a great option for you. Even for some reason, if you wanted to do this tour, let's say you've been to Venice before, so this one works perfectly, but you wanted to add some extra days in Sicily or in Puglia, something like that, we can help you with that as well. So it's good for people that don't have a lot of time, but they do still want to see a lot of these beautiful areas. And you know, we're happy to add on other things if there's something else that you want to see. And again, we have great availability. You can see all the availabilities on the bottom of the slides, but a lot of these tours, they're always, you know, in the spring, summer, fall. Some are not available in the summer, but those are, of course, when people say, what is the best time to visit Italy? Anytime, of course. So that's always our answer. But in general, you know, people have the time in the spring, in the fall, and of course the winter or the fall temperatures are a lot more tolerant. So again, this is a shorter tour that we have. We have two of these shorter tours. This is the Mediterranean Bliss. So this is our Rome and Amalfi Coast. We're in a few minutes, we're going to show you our Jewels of the Amalfi Coast tour, which is phenomenal. You begin and end in Rome, but the entire tour is basically on the Amalfi Coast and all the beautiful coastal towns. But again, if you didn't have enough time to do a full 10-day tour, this would be a great alternative because you're still going to see a few days in Rome and a few days on the Amalfi Coast. And like I said, again, you can always add on to customize anything. And then we have plenty of availability, as you see at the bottom. Okay, now we get into the tours themselves. This is a map of northern Italy, what's considered those regions in the north of Italy. I believe this is a picture of one of our groups. They were doing the truffle hunting. So, and it must be in the fall since they have some jackets on, but lovely small group. As you see here, 6 people, and just having a wonderful time hunting for some truffles. Next slide, please. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you to Georgia, who is our program manager in Rome. She's based in Rome. She is in charge of everyone. Once you get to Italy, she's your emergency contact, but she's in charge of everyone who's going on the tour. So, like I said, we have a whole team of staff in Italy, and Georgia, takes care of everything. She's our magician and our Mrs. Fix-It. So if anything you need, that's another nickname. I have many for her. All good. She's the best.
Grazie Daria, thank you very much. Buonasera a tutti signori. I'm so happy. I'm so happy you are here. For me, it's tonight actually because here it's almost 8:15. So let's go back a little bit I want to give you a regional overview. Let's start with Northern Delight. We have seen a picture before. Perfect. So this is where Italy feels elegant and dramatic at the same time. You have the Alps, stunning lakes, sophisticated cities, and incredible food and wine. Cities like, some of these cities maybe you know already, Milan, Torino, Turin, and Verona offer a mix of history, style, and refined lifestyle. So it's perfect for travelers who love beautiful scenery, culture, and the touch of luxury, all in a very polished settings. Let's go to the next slide, please. We have Northern Italy, Lake Como, and Piemonte and Piedmont. This tour offers an incredible variety, elegance, mountains, and world-class food and wine, all in one journey. We begin in Milan, Italy's fashion and design capital. Then we slow down at Lake Como, il Lago di Como, elegant villas, charming towns around to visit, and private boat rides surrounded by mountains. It's romantic, peaceful, and absolutely stunning. Next, we move into the Italian Alps, le Alpi, fresh air, dramatic peaks, and refined mountain towns. Finally, we arrive in Piedmont, one of Italy's true hidden gems. This is wine country, so Barolo, truffles, as Daria was saying, incredible cuisine. In Turin, you feel the royal history, beautiful piazzas, and the authentic Italian atmosphere without big crowds. It's the perfect combination of elegance, gastronomy, and breathtaking landscape. I want to show you some pictures. Next slide, please. Here we are. First picture, cooking class photo. You see what makes our tour special. Guests cooking together, laughing, learning local recipe, and sharing meal. It's fun, it's relaxed, and very personal. Second picture in the middle, it's Lake Como, il Lago di Como. Picture shows the natural beauty, calm water, mountains, elegance. And that smiling guest with truffle pasta, that's Piedimonte, that's Piemonte. Incredible flavors, simple ingredients, unforgettable taste. So the tour blends scenery, food, and real connection. Next slide, please. Now, Alps, Verona, and Lake Garda. This tour feels romantic and relaxed. We begin at Lake Garda, il Lago di Garda. The atmosphere is calm and beautiful. There's time for boat rides, lakeside lunches, and enjoying the slower rhythm of life. And as I was saying, with our small group and minivan, everything feels easy and comfortable. Next, andiamo a Verona. Verona, romantic and sophisticated. Smaller than Florence or Rome, but incredibly rich in history. Charming streets, lively piazzas, and the Roman arena. It is elegant but not overwhelming. So we also experience the beauty of Italian Alps, the same mountains that are hosting the event for the Winter Olympics. This area is already world famous for skiing, scenery, and refined alpine resorts. The landscapes are dramatic, clean and powerful. We visit also smaller towns like Montagnana. I will show you a picture in a while, a magic place. And then we arrive in Venice. Seeing the Doge's Palace from the water is simply unforgettable. So the combination of natural beauty and cultural depth makes this tour ideal for couples and travelers seeking elegance without the crowds of larger city. I want to show you the pictures. Here we are. On the left, the Alps, the Italian Alps, big mountains, fresh air, and beautiful views. It feels peaceful and very special. Then we have Lake Garda, blue water, small colorful towns, and a very relaxed atmosphere. It's the perfect place to slow down and enjoy. Montagnana, you see the group picture. I am with the group over there. This is Montagnana, a small medieval town with old stone walls all around it. This is a magical place. And then Venice, as I was saying, with the Doge's Palace from the Grand Canal. It's beautiful and unforgettable place. Next slide, please. Okay, we're moving. Central Italy. Now, this is the Italy people dream about. Rolling hills, vineyards, Renaissance art, medieval towns, cities like Florence and Bologna are full of history and incredible food traditions. This is timeless Italy, art, wine, and breathtaking landscapes. Let's see the next tour. Florence and Tuscany. This is classic Italy. In Florence, we admire the Duomo, Ponte Vecchio, and Renaissance masterpieces. The city is walkable and full of beauty. Then we explore Tuscan's countryside, Siena, vineyards in Chianti, and San Gimignano with its famous towers. This tour combines art, history, wine, and postcard perfect scenery in a seamless way. Let's see some pictures. Smiling face. Monteriggioni on the left. You see our happy group inside the medieval walls, relaxed, smiling, enjoying the moment. And then on the right, you see a view of San Gimignano, shows Tuscany at its best.
Been there. Yeah.
Vineyards and timeless beauty. This story is art, wine, and pure Tuscan atmosphere. Next slide, please. Tuscany e Cinque Terre. This tour combines countryside and sea. After exploring Florence and the countryside, we travel to Cinque Terre, 5 colorful villages perched above the Mediterranean Sea. We will enjoy scenic coastal walks, boat rides along the Ligurian coastline, and fresh seafood with unforgettable views. The contrast between peaceful Tuscan hills and dramatic seaside cliffs makes this itinerary dynamic and very photogenic, ideal for travelers who want both culture and coastline. Let's see some pictures. Here we are, Pisa, famous for Leaning Tower. So get ready, be ready to take your fun photo from there. And then Florence, the Duomo, and its endless red rooftops. And then on the right, here we have the Cinque Terres bright villages by the sea. Beautiful places. Next slide, please. Central Italy, Bologna e Umbria. This is a more authentic off the beaten path experience. In Bologna, you walk under the city's famous porticos, visit lively food markets, and taste authentic tagliatelle a ragù e parmigiano reggiano. Bologna feels local, energetic, and deeply culinary. Then we explore Umbria, often called Italy's green heart. In Assisi, birthplace of San Francisco, San Francis, there is a peaceful spiritual atmosphere. And then Orvieto, admire a magnificent cathedral perched on a dramatic cliff. This tour is slower, quieter, and perfect for repeat travelers who want authenticity and depth. Let's see some pictures. Bologna on the left, a city heart with its all tall towers, porticos, as I was saying, and lively Piazza Maggiore. And then on the right, it's a picture of Umbria and Assisi, peaceful basilicas, quiet olive groves, and ancient charm. Next slide, please. So, we also have in the center of Italy this Christmas magic, this tour. It's truly magical. Christmas, we go in Naples. So, Christmas in Naples, first in Naples. Christmas in Naples is full of energy and tradition. The streets glow with lights. Nativity scenes fill the historic center, and the atmosphere is joyful and authentic. We visit the beautiful Naples Cathedral and experience local holiday traditions the most travelers never see. We taste seasonal pastries and street food because in Italy, Christmas is also about sharing food together. We step back in time at Herculaneum, which feels even more special in the quiet winter season. Then we continue to Rome, illuminated and elegant. Seeing Rome decorated for Christmas is unforgettable. Guided visit to Vatican Museum, the Sistine Chapel, St. Peter's Basilica. As because we travel in a small group, the atmosphere feels warm and personal, almost like traveling with friends. There is time to enjoy Christmas markets, evening walks, and relaxed dinner together. This is not just a tour, it's an experience of Italy at its most beautiful and most meaningful time of year. For clients who have already visited Italy in summer, this is a completely different and very special way to return. Next slide, please. Southern Italy. I come from the south, so you can imagine. Now, regional overview. Southern Italy is emotional, dramatic, and full of personality. Here you find stunning coastline, bold flavors, ancient history, and warm hospitality. From the cliffs of Amalfi Coast, the white towns of Puglia, and the rich culture of Sicily, the South feels vibrant and alive. Slide, please. Let's see the tour. Jewels of Amalfi Coast, Daria was saying before. This is one of our most requested and most loved tours. And for good reason. This tour is breathtaking. The Amalfi Coast is simply iconic. We visit Positano, Ravello, e Amalfi, pastel villages cascading down cliffs above blue waters. We also explore Pompeii, walking through ancient Roma streets frozen in time. We enjoy both excursions around Capri, seeing the Faralloni rocks up close. We relax with aperitivo on panoramic terraces. We visit wineries and taste local wines with views you will never forget. This tour is romance, glamour, history, and fun, but done in a relaxed and intimate way. It feels exclusive, but almost warm and personal. For many guests, this becomes the highlight of the entire Italy experience. Let's see some picture. Group picture. The aperitivo on the terrace shows Nada's Italy spirits. Relaxed, elegant, enjoying the moment together. And then the view of Positano is pure postcard beauty, you can see. The Faralloni rocks in Capri, seen by boat, are magical. And then the winery photo on the right shows what we love most: wine, laughter, and connection. So, small group, beautiful scenery, and unforgettable moments. Next slide, please. Sicily in Sicily. Sicily is bold and full of history. In Catania, we start in Catania. You see dark lava stone buildings and vibrant local life. Then we move to Ragusa, elegant Baroque streets and romantic views. And then we go in Agrigento. We visit the Valle of the Temples, La Valle dei Templi. Powerful ancient history. And then Palermo, markets and piazzas are full of energy. And then Taormina, the Greek theater, overlooks Mount Etna and the sea. Let's see some pictures. So, another group picture at the Valle dei Templi, as I was saying, shows how we explore history together. And then the Greek theater view is dramatic and unforgettable. And then La Piazza in Palermo on the right shows real Sicilian life. This tour is culture, flavor, and personality. One of my favorites. Next slide, please. Puglia Paradise. Puglia feels authentic and sunny. In Alberobello, the truly houses look like a fairy tale. In Matera, we dine among ancient caves. In Polignano a Mare, cliffs drop into blue sea. Olive oil tastings, local wines like Primitivo wine, and relaxed dinners. Small group local experiences, and time to truly enjoy Southern Italy. Picture, please. We have a friend here. I can see the picture. On the left, here she is. Jill in Alberobello, surrounded by the iconic trolley houses. Then we see our group enjoying dinner at the restaurant in Matera. Incredible local cuisine, warm hospitality, and setting that feels timeless and intimate. And finally, Polignano a Mare, signori, you can see the color over there in the picture, the coastal beauty of the region. It's the perfect place to pause, take a picture, see the view, and simply enjoy the moment. Do you remember, Jill? You were in
yeah. Oui, see. I got to meet Daria there.
So perfect. So do you want to add something more on your experience in Puglia? Do you remember the picture?
We're at the restaurant in the top picture.
Mm-hmm. Jill, what would you say was the best part of the trip for you?
Other than meeting you and your mom,
Yes,
it was a magical. Swimming in the sea, the Truly houses, staying in the cave hotel was just an incredible experience.
I would say the accommodations in Matera were so unexpected. I've never seen anything like that. And I thought it was so interesting that you remember when we were about to check in and they had the people from the hotel speak with us about the history of the hotel. And because everything in Matera was once abandoned, and then they started this whole restoration project of the whole city, and they had to take every stone out, every brick out, everything piece by piece, and they had to be put back exactly the same. Do you remember that?
I do. I think it was the early 1950s that they cleared it out as it was considered the national disgrace.
Correct.
And wasn't it around 1980 that some very clever people decided they could refurb and capitalize on this and make something
Absolutely.
unbelievable.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I thought that was so interesting that that's so typical of Italian culture,
Yeah.
to do things so authentically like that and want to preserve the history. But I've never seen anything like that, and it was so captivating to stay in a place like that. It's literally like you're in a fairy tale from the Stone Ages, you know.
Exactly.
It's so beautiful. And that picture on the bottom I love because when it's lit up,
Hmm.
it looks even more, from the Stone Ages,
Hmm.
it looks so pretty. So there were so many things I loved on that tour. But like you said, the boat ride, we had such a beautiful boat ride over there. Polignano a Mare, which is in the picture of the
Hmm.
right. And that's where we had lunch. A beautiful little town, everything just white and clean. All the limestone of Lecce. Lecce was my favorite. I love staying there. It was just that's the elegant, the Florence of the South is Lecce,
Right,
they say, right?
right.
And
Yes.
everything is limestone, everything is whitewashed. It's so beautiful. All the Baroque architecture of the churches. Again, I had never seen anything like that. And I lived in Rome, you know, quite a long time ago, but I spent 4 years living in Rome, which was a completely different experience from, going to Puglia and seeing
Hmm.
the amazing, difference. So I just fell in love with it so much. I adore it. So I get very excited when people go to Puglia because I know what they're about to experience. It makes me very happy.
Perfect.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the portion of thank you, Georgia, so much. That was amazing, as usual. We do, besides Italy, we do a few other tours outside of Italy. Greece, Spain, France, and Portugal. Spain and France we've done for many years, but Portugal is a new tour that we've put together, and also Greece. We have been going to Portugal and Greece. Our by design manager, Simona, who does all the custom trips, she has been doing itineraries to these countries for several years. So we said, we have so much interest, especially in Greece, because it's really so similar to Italy in a lot of ways. So we decided after so long, okay, let's put together an itinerary exactly the way that we like to travel and how we like to, keep a relaxed pace and have authentic experiences. And let's put it out there. So we're very proud of all of our Beyond Italy tours. Portugal is also another new tour, but uh, similar to Italy in a lot of ways, just like Spain. So we do have a lot more information on the website about it. And especially for Greece, we have another webinar that we've done for that. But please, I encourage you all to, again, go to the website. We have other webinars on plenty of other subjects, all for travel. And also we have a lot of information on our custom trips as well. So if there are itinerary dates or, destinations that you're really interested in that are not available for our signature tours, then we can do a completely custom trip for you for whatever dates you like, whatever destinations you like. We do a lot of trips for multi-generational, for honeymoons, of course, graduations, all those things. So even just groups of friends, some of our clients that have done the signature tours with us, they they come back and they say, no, we just want to do the tours with us, and they go to Simona and she makes them a completely custom trip. So we really have a lot available for trip planning in general. So we like to have anything at our disposal to make your trip dreams come true. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so if anyone has any questions, these are some frequently asked questions, but I'll run through them quick and then we can definitely take questions from you all. Can I see what the tours are like? So we have started these webinars to give you a little bit of taste of what the tours are like. And I hope that today you were able to get a sense and a feel of the destinations, the activities that we do, the places, the regions. And I hope that you've fallen in love with one particular region or maybe two or 10, and that you're interested in exploring those further. Okay, how much walking will I do? There is a good amount of walking. In general, Italians walk a lot more than we do over here, but especially on the tours, there will be a good amount of walking. I guess that's sort of subjective, but you do need to be in good shape, okay? We do use the small vans for transportation. And because we do have the smaller vans, we can get to the entrances of some, especially like the hilltop towns. We can get very close to the entrance of these walled towns, but you do need to be in good shape. Okay, do I need a passport or a visa? You, of course, need a passport, but you do not need a visa. Can you tell me which hotels I'll be staying at? In general, we'd like to leave that to the end, to closer to departure, but absolutely, we could always tell you in advance. Will I have my own bedroom and my own bathroom? Yes, of course. What is a typical wake up time and how early do we start day trips? It really depends, but actually, Georgia, you could probably give a more exact answer, but we definitely do not wake up very early, but they are full days. And I will tell you, as an American, they eat a lot later dinner over there. So I always try and, um, you know, give a heads up to the clients and say, you're not going to be eating dinner at 5 o'clock or 5:30, even 6, maybe 7:30 ish, but something different for us. But definitely, thank goodness, no early starts. Georgia, what can you say about the start times?
Absolutely. We have few days where we have to wake up a little bit early, like, because of the entrance. We want to avoid, long
The
lines.
crowds, yes,
Yeah, crowds
yes.
and everything. So there are some sites like Vatican Museum, we have to, be there at 8:30. But usually, yes, the meeting time is at 9:30, 10, more or less. Yes. So.
Okay. All right. So if anyone has a question, please let me know. If you want to, whoever's unmuted already, if Robert, maybe I'll just go down the line as easier. Robert, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have two questions. One
Okay.
is I notice you don't have any tours of Marche or the boot area. Is there a reason for that, or can you do custom tours in
Yes.
those areas?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We can do custom for anything. So if there's a particular time that you want to travel, date wise, any region, any time limit, it's completely custom. Absolutely. And the good thing is that my colleague Simona, who does the custom trips, she is from Catania. Most of our staff are from Italy, even on the American side, or we're us Americans, myself and Sabatino, who you'll meet if you register for a trip. We are Italian descent. So a lot of us speak Italian, and we have a lot of knowledge of the country. So it helps a lot. But Simona will, can give you suggestions, and that's what's great is that you have the expertise of us to say, oh, I'd like to go to this area, but I'm not really sure what there is to do there, what there is to see. That's where we come in and we can help you put together a beautiful package.
Okay. The other question I had, but I think he answered it with the description of Puglia, is that it's unlike any other area of Italy.
For me, it really was. I've been to a lot of regions in Italy, and I like that you have it's a very coastal tour. But then you also are inside as well. You know, it's not all on the coast. And actually, when you go to Matera, it's not even in the region. It's Basilicata is the region where Matera is. So, but just because it's so close and it's something that, kind of you don't want to miss, we have it in the Puglia tour, but it's not even technically in Puglia.
Okay.
But I just I love that whole area. It's really fascinating.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Let's see. Lynn, do you have anything? Good. Okay. Irene,
I just
any?
had kind of a weather question, which I
Sure.
know you can't predict the weather, but in general, if you want to avoid, any kind of extreme heat, but you still want to be able to like sit outside at a cafe, do
Mm-hmm.
you think like if October is getting chilly and rainy, or is it a good time to go in beginning of October, end of October?
Absolutely. If you do not like the heat, and trust me, I'm from Florida, but I do not support the heat. It's very hot in the summer. So I would say if you suffer from the heat, definitely do not go in the summer, especially in the big cities. Maybe if you're out like in the country, in the Alps, that's a
Hmm.
different story. But the big cities, in the piazzas and everything with all the buildings, I wouldn't do that. But absolutely, even end of September, things are cooling down. I would say in general, Italy has the temperature of about New York. They
Okay.
have a true winter. There are areas that it doesn't snow, like in Rome. It's very, very few times it snowed. Of course, in the very northern regions, you are going to get snow and those things. And in the south, it has a completely different temperature. But absolutely, if you want to avoid the very hot times, October, even late September.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Jill, my dear, you have any questions?
I don't think so.
Did you see anything you liked?
Um, the better question would be, did I see anything I didn't like?
I know. So remind me, I know you went on Jewels of Amalfi the other
And
year, Puglia. What was the first one? Was it Italian Treasures you did?
yes, it was. I'd actually wanted to do Puglia the first time, but the flight arrangements just didn't work out. And I am thrilled that I did Italian Treasures first.
Yes. Would you say that for a first timer in Italy that that's a good tour?
I think it would depend on what a person really wants to get out of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yes.
Do they want the art and the history? Do they have a preference for mountains or coastal vacations?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think you could lose with any of the tours.
Exactly. That's what I say to everyone,
Mhm.
especially people that are really, deciding between two or even three. It really doesn't matter. You could even, pull one out of a hat and you would be happy with it because
Exactly, and especially with Nada's Italy.
thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I really believe that anywhere you go in Italy is wonderful, and
Mhm.
the more time that you can spend there, if you have time to come in early, because 10 days really goes by very quickly. So any time that you can spend more is it's always a good thing. So, yes. But in general, the Italian Treasures and the Amalfi Coast Tour are our two most popular tours, especially with first timers, because uh, everyone has heard of the Amalfi Coast. The secret has been out for some time. So, everyone wants to go and see themselves and enjoy and see all the lemons and limoncello. So, that it's definitely a very popular tour, but it's a beautiful area. Beautiful, beautiful area. It's like a little piece of heaven to see the coastal, the cliffs and everything. It's just gorgeous. So, okay, let's see. Anyone else have any questions? Let me scroll down. Sandy, do you have any questions? Give you a sec. And then before you book it, if you have any questions, if you guys do, just go ahead and unmute. No? Okay. I think that's everyone. So thank you guys all for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you found a favorite.
Thank you, Daria.
Thank you, Robert. So nice to
Arrivederci
see
a
you all.
tutti. Ciao a tutti. Ciao Jill.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye bye everybody.
Ciao.
Bye. Thank you guys.